Hey guys and gals, welcome back to the channel. Yeah, there's a little bit of delay. Trying to get the headset working right. I'm just setting up. So, how's everyone doing today? Pretty good. Hold on, my phone. Trying to connect my portable charger. There we go. Yeah, I started a merch shop, so now people can literally buy a T-shirt with the picture of me on it, literally. So if you feel like getting that, link in the description for that. I'll show you what it looks like on here. I'm not a designer, so I know it might not look that well. Hey Leonard the Gamer, how's it going? I started a merch thing there. It's actually free to start a merch shop. Not much. I started a merch shop with T-shirts and stuff. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you in a minute. CMY, hey, what's going on? Yeah, the link is in the description for the merch shop. I'm gonna show you here. See, this is what it looks like. The T-shirt like this, the Angel picture at the bottom, and this photo of me here. So that's the T-shirt that's out. It's pretty cool. Why is it lagging so bad? Should be working fine now. Right? Yeah, it's lagging pretty bad. What the hell is going on? She didn't turn it off when I told her to. No, she didn't. You didn't turn it off, did you? Okay. Okay, so it is just the internet then. Okay, okay then. I'm gonna drop the panel link now. If anyone wants to come on. Hey, how's it going? I don't realize I'm streaming early. There we go. Link panel links in the chat. And yeah, I'm also gonna put my merch link in the chat too. And that's pretty cool. I never knew that it was that easy to start up merch. It's pretty cool. And that's definitely something. A decently nice day out today. You gotta put in the air conditioner soon, eh? What is it in here? It's 24 degrees Celsius. We'll put it in then. Yeah, it's it's pretty. Yeah, it's funny how that guy Nick, that fake YouTube guru there, Nick Nerman, tries to make it look like, oh, you have to pay to start up merch, but that's not true at all. You can start merch for free completely. You can pay for your own merch, but that's just but basically what those kind of free businesses do is basically take a percentage of the cut, the stuff sold. That's how they charge you for it, basically. I guess people pay for it directly if they want to save money on the percentage. But me, I couldn't really afford to start it myself anyway, so and I'm not really good at designs and all that, so I just basically the merch is a picture of me and it's a D'Angelo picture on it. Basically, that's all I could think of. But I hope everyone likes it. It is pretty cool. Hopefully, I definitely can't wait till I get to go back to Moncton again. That's gonna be pretty cool. Hopefully, my dad will actually freaking go out for walks with me next time, so we can actually do vlogs. That'd be cool. Right. You can't figure out again on the panel thing here. Not sure why. Just yeah, I'm definitely gonna check it out, but the website it didn't say any uh, options for different pictures and styles and all that. Pretty sure you can just make like one T-shirt design. But those are just the images that got saved. A lot of those funny faces are just thumbnails of YouTube videos, and I probably more than likely deleted the images. Yeah, I did. I basically just put my channel name on there, and in all caps. I don't know what else to write there. I think it looks pretty decent for my first time doing that. I've never started merch or anything like that before. Maybe. I'm not too sure. I just found this one. You know, it's just one of them I found basically. Probably, probably most YouTubers use Teespring, but I'm not sure if it's one of those merch stores that they basic. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I always appreciate more ideas. You know, and I don't mind criticism. It actually helps to learn more, you know. But do you? I'm not sure what Teespring is though. I'm not sure. Maybe that is it like the same kind of thing where you can basically start your selling your merch and all that for free, and it basically they just take a percentage of what's sold, or is it like the kind of one that you pay pay for the merch right up front? Uh, it's probably a lot of YouTubers do it that way because when they're like right giant YouTubers or something, and it'd be stupid to do it that way because if you're making like millions and stuff, you're basically paying millions. They're making millions from the sales of the shirts, but I guess that's probably how it goes anyway. Like I'm, well actually no, I think Jake Paul. I'm pretty sure does the same thing. He uses a website that basically is free to produce the merch. They just take a cut out of whatever's sold. It's fanjoy.com. So I'm pretty sure it's the same thing I'm doing. But Logan Paul, on the other hand, I'm pretty sure he pays up front to produce his merch. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out for sure. Uh, thanks for the hint there, Sam Y. Appreciate it. I like the. I was just googling and just looking at random stuff. So thanks for the suggestion. I'm definitely gonna check it out. Because me myself, I don't know much about merch stores or anything like that. I just basically am just learning about it now, and I just started the merch up too. Yeah, thanks. I really appreciate it, Omar. Yeah, it was funny. This I watched this H3 pod. Have a look at other tubers and see what they do. Yeah, I I did. I seen I looked at some of them, but a lot of the YouTubers mainly just produce their own merch and pay up front for it now. But but I looked at some of them. The problem with it is a lot of the YouTubers will literally be sponsored by these websites that and try to convince you that you can't start merch for free when you can. That's the problem with that. A lot of them try to create the illusion that that's the only way of getting it. And it's crazy like that guy Nick Nerman. It's like literally any advice he's giving you is a sponsor. Like what the hell, man? That it's the Nick Nerman, if you don't know, is one of those friggin' sketchy YouTube gurus there. But man, on the H3 podcast highlights, man, it was friggin' hilarious. They somehow made all these funny drama alert video thumbnails, not real drama alert video thumbnails, but it looked he made it look exactly like a drama alert thumbnail, where it shows Keemstar with his beard shaved off, and it says, "My barber messed me up, dog. Barber lawsuit." It's pretty funny. Imagine that barber lawsuit. And then one of them, it shows, "I hate roller coasters," and it says suing roller coaster lawsuit question mark. Oh my god, it's so funny. And it shows, and they made Keemstar look way shorter than he actually is, and they photoshopped him in front of one of those height measurers and on a roller coaster ride. Yeah, it's funny. And then the one he did where he took a picture of Keemstar sitting with FaZe Banks, and he makes the thumbnail. He goes, "Our new business is not a scam," and then it shows the pyramid with Keemstar on top and his followers at the bottom. Oh my god. It's so true. Keemstar basically does do stuff like that. Pyramid schemes. He's never been charged for it. It's not proven. So, yeah, if Keemstar's team's thinking about suing me, I'm declaring it is not fact. It is just hearsay. But I don't know. You can look at Keem's Twitter and make the decision yourself. Like, if anyone remembers, one time when Keemstar was nonstop promoting Bitcoin cryptocurrency on his Twitter page, and then all of a sudden stopped. You know why he stopped? It's because he cashed out. That's what they basically do. People like Keemstar, they try to manipulate their followers into paying for cryptocurrency, certain cryptocurrency brands that they have a share in, and once all their fans buy it, it manipulates the stock market, makes it go up. So basically, all his fans lose the money, and Keemstar makes all the profit from it. It's funny. A lot of people say, "Oh, he's being paid by the companies and stuff to do this," and but why doesn't anyone say that? I wonder. What I just said. Like, for some reason, people think, "Oh yeah, it's because he's being paid directly by the company and all that." No, he's not. He's doing something called a pyramid scheme, something that's been around forever, allegedly. But like, I can't believe people just think, "Oh yeah, the company is paying him." No, the company isn't paying him anything. He just owns a share in the company. And what his plan is, what the plan is with every pyramid scheme is, they basically have a certain group of people who buy a bunch of shares in some worthless company, and then try to use social media to manipulate their followers into buying this worthless stock, to basically manipulate the market and make the stock price go up from more people buying it. So it's terrible, really. Like, and it's illegal, I'm pretty sure, to do pyramid schemes. And it's surprising that YouTubers are so blatantly obvious, obviously doing one, and yet they never ever get caught or charged for doing a pyramid scheme. I think pyramid scheme is one of the worst and biggest immoral things to do, especially with your people who like you enough to follow you on social media. It's pretty bad because these people are losing all their money that they put into there because they thought, oh, and my this guy would never lie to his followers, and people end up thinking that, and they end up investing their life savings into this worthless stock and losing all their money. Well, the person who promoted it is making a bunch of money off of it. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I'm pretty sure that's actually what was done the with the GameStop stock. If anyone doesn't know about that, well, it's happened a long while ago. Was basically these people on Reddit basically did the same thing, a pyramid scheme to make the GameStop prices go right up, basically by people coming together to do it on Reddit. But pyramid scheme, though, you gotta admit, it is one of the hardest crimes to actually prosecute someone for, because, like, you could have just been a person who invested money in it before and not knowing that it was going to go up in the price. So they can't really charge someone for that because they're just playing the stock market game like anyone else. The stock market monopoly, basically. So it's very hard for people to prove someone is doing a pyramid scheme. Very hard to get. But but they've gotten more advanced lately, of course, in catching people with it. But it's still it's one of the things that is never going to be. That's one of the crimes that are never going to be um, like. There's not going to be any advancement in catching people with that. And literally, the only way I think is for someone to be prosecuted for doing a pyramid scheme is if they blatantly say, yes, I'm doing a pyramid scheme. If they blatantly say that, then they probably could get charged for it. But otherwise, there's really no other way to prove it. Like even with the Reddit GameStop, um, even with the recent thing that happened on GameStop, it's pretty hard to really charge anyone for that. I think they did charge some people for that, but it was just basically the people who were blatantly admitting that they were doing a pyramid scheme. I'm pretty sure those are the only people that got caught. The rest of them all friggin' walked away with their friggin' money. Literally like a friggin' pretty much like an actual GTA heist in real life, but literally such little risk attached to it. Like that, it's pretty bad when the only way you can get prosecuted for it is by blatantly admitting that that's what you're doing. Like that itself is quite a thing. But you gotta have a very low moral and integrity level to start doing one of those. Because basically you're manipulating people into losing money, which is a very horrible thing to do to someone. Like me myself personally, I would never be able to friggin' do that. Screw over someone for a couple of bucks. I'd rather earn I'd rather earn my money. But there's lots of other ways to earn money a better way than doing a pyramid scheme. And there's lots of other ways. but but what do I know? I never been into some really serious poverty level, like a little bit of a poverty level. But like I mean like compared to other countries, like technically I'm in poverty in Canada by Canada standard anyway. But it's not really that bad because friggin' government in Canada provides MB housing and health care and all that. And could only imagine what it's like in other countries if you're if you're in the poverty line, you can't friggin' afford those things. So so I can I could probably get why someone would do a pyramid scheme if they were like say in deep poverty in a country like next anything like the countries that have it hardest, like any countries where like I can't even think of any. There's a lot of them. There's so many different countries that it's like that. Um, I'm trying to think of one. I'm not too sure. India maybe, that country maybe, or there's India. There's a lot of countries that have like a high poverty line and and don't get like access to free drinkable tap water and all that. Like I heard about Mexico, you can't eat, if you drink the tap water, it will make you sick. So I I could probably understand why someone would do a pyramid scheme if they were in that level of poverty. But if you're living in Canada, it doesn't matter what level of poverty you're at. There's plenty of other opportunities for you. You don't need to do something like that. But I could kind of get like in a country like that, there's not really any other opportunities for these people. So they're not really a bad person for making that decision. They're just like they got no other option. So I get why someone would do that in that case. I don't know. Does anyone remember when um on Shark Tank when someone actually friggin' pitched a pyramid scheme to friggin' to the to the people on Shark Tank? That was friggin' hilarious. Oh my god. It was really hilarious when watching that. Like you could totally tell there the guy was friggin' freaking right out. They even did camera zoom up angles of the sweat pouring off of him when he's trying to pitch a pyramid scheme to Shark Tank. Like, oh my god, why would you do that? This is terrible. Like, there's no way the guy who pitched the pyramid scheme knew that it was a pyramid scheme when he was going on. He probably didn't know anything about it. Because it's kind of a very slim chance that anyone would be dumb enough to go on Shark Tank and pitch a pyramid scheme to rich, smart billionaires like the people on there. Like, no one would. Like, it just would never ever happen. So I'm pretty sure that's how they got him to do that. And they tricked him, obviously, because no one would go and pitch a pyramid scheme to Shark Tank, knowing that it's a pyramid scheme. There's no way. But still, it's funny. Like you could tell the guy was all confident and stuff when he came into the Shark Tank, but I don't think he even looked into what product he was selling and stuff and how he was being ordered to sell it. Because as soon as he starts presenting the project, then eventually you start seeing him get the nervous look and start sweating and going, "Oh frig, this is a pyramid scheme, basically." Oh my god. But it's funny that H3 actually made fun of that part too, about Keemstar being involved in pyramid schemes. And it's funny because it's blatantly obvious that's what he's doing. But it's not like you can get charged for it because pretty much the only way to get caught with a pyramid scheme is to say that you're doing a pyramid scheme, admitting it. So yeah, it's pretty bad that it's crazy how that friggin' that crime has literally been around for centuries, pyramid schemes, and somehow there has been no advancement into catching people running them. Insane. Like the fact that even influencers are getting involved in doing that just shows that. Of course, not every YouTuber does that. A lot of them have A lot of YouTubers do have morals and won't do that, but there's another side that doesn't have morals and will try to manipulate their audience into buying into pyramid schemes. I don't know. Can anyone name off any other YouTubers that I might not know of that have run pyramid schemes? Because as far as I know, the only one I know run some is Keemstar. Not scams, pyramid schemes. Well, it's basically a scam. It is in the category of scams, but it's just like a different kind of scam. I remember when Jake Paul tried to run a doubling scam on YouTube. He literally posted in his community post a doubling scam. It's crazy. That scam has been like, why would he even try to do that in the first place? That I really wonder why. Because man, like you think people aren't gonna know that when the same scam's being run over and over, like it's kind of weird that Jake Paul even thought that people would buy into it because, and I don't think anyone did buy into it. Luckily, it was only posted for about 2 hours, and then it was taken down off Jake Paul's channel. Obviously, it would get taken down because I'm pretty sure YouTube isn't that stupid to know that a scam's being run there. Especially when it's a scam that's been used on over and over just on different platforms. Literally, that's the only thing different they're even making with most of these scams. Is just different platform. Never a different scam, just different platform. But luckily, there is a very small percentage of people who would actually buy into some of these scams. So luckily, not too many people are buying into those. Yeah. And it's still kind of weird though. That that's probably the only reason Jake Paul didn't get well, actually, no, it ain't because Jake Paul has run the same type of scam before in the past, and he made a lot of money from that scam. The Team 1000, the scam that was up, and then he basically just got a bunch of people to sign up for memberships and pay him, and then he shut down the website without delivering everything he promised for the payment. But it's crazy how he even got away with that. Like, I seriously wonder how the hell he even ever got away with that. It's really baffling. Like, not something I'd exactly expect, you know? Yeah, it's pretty freaked up. In the fact that but it's funny how he thought, oh yeah, I'm just gonna start up the same scam again, but just change the title of it to Financial Freedom Movement. Like just that name itself sounds like a scam. Like God, he couldn't have picked a better name for a scam to even like slightly disguise that's legitimate. It's insane that he usually you'll see scammers go actually put a lot of effort into trying to make their scam viable. But friggin' Jake Paul, he doesn't put a single bit of effort into his scam. It's like selling product that's a scam and having a label on the product saying this is a scam. It's just insane. Oh, hey, JJ, what's going on? Like, it, it's friggin' insane. But the funny thing is, it said a few people did end up buying that financial freedom movement, but I'm pretty sure that the few people who did buy it was basically just YouTubers paying for it so they could show that it's a scam as content, basically. That's the only people. I guarantee that's the only people who bought that scam was people who were making YouTube videos and buying the scam for basically YouTube content. And that's funny. Luckily, it didn't. It didn't get to any people. Luckily, that scam. No one bought it, but YouTubers making who bought it just to make fun of it. So it is good that no one fell victim to that one. But main reason why is um because it was the exact same one he already pulled before. So it's pretty obvious. And yeah, I got like a 500 and some gigabyte memory card ordered from Wish. It should be around by May 25th. It just gives you basically estimate delivery either May 25th or June 6th, and I'm pretty sure June 6th is the max date it's set for, but it could come earlier. But Wish is definitely a safe website to use. Like they got a guaranteed policy on there. If you don't get your item shipped to you in a certain amount of time, they automatically refund your purchase. But the funny thing is with eBay, a lot of times with eBay, I'm pretty sure it doesn't work that way. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly how eBay works, so don't take my word on eBay because I don't really know much about it because I haven't used it at all to sell anything, nor have I bought anything from eBay. Just, because I just don't like eBay for some reason, especially the way it's become now. And I've actually heard of on some news stations about people who paid money and bought an Xbox One from eBay for like $399, and then when it came in the order, it was just a box with a inside the box was a printed page image of an Xbox One. So they paid $399 for a printed page of a printed picture of an Xbox One. After I saw that story about it, I never even looked at eBay again, except for looking for. It's the only time now I ever look at eBay is just to look for some funny products being sold that are like one I seen was it was titled Nintendo DS for sale, chopped in half, and it shows a picture of an axe chopped through the DS. It's friggin' hilarious. That I find pretty funny though, for sure. But other than that, I don't shop at eBay, and I don't sell anything on eBay. So if you see any profile with a picture of me selling stuff on eBay, it's not me, because I wouldn't I would never use eBay to sell stuff or buy stuff. Like I like maybe if it's something like Yu-Gi-Oh cards or something like that, but because I don't unless if there's any other way of selling stuff, I'm not gonna use eBay basically. Maybe I'd use eBay if it was the last place on earth that you could sell stuff online, but otherwise, no. The only things that me myself I could recommend using would be Amazon, Facebook Marketplace, mainly because you can meet up with the person in person and buy it in cash. Just be careful. Don't go to a shady spot to pick it up or anything, and you'll be fine. But like, make sure it's a public place that you meet up with the seller. That's the best advice I could give for that sort of thing. It's just blatant common sense, you know, because that kind of stuff actually happens on Craigslist. These people are selling these items that, and then they ask for you to go pick it up at some shady location, and then they rob your money, and so they get the money and the product basically. So that is one of the problems with Facebook Marketplace. Is like it's so funny. It sounds like you're talking about a drug deal gone wrong, but it's not. It's a Facebook Marketplace PS5 deal gone wrong or something. If anyone never heard about it, someone apparently got shot over a PS5 being sold on Facebook Marketplace. Like someone literally went on Facebook Marketplace to go to go meet up with one of these PS5 scalpers, and then they shot them. Right? It's insane. But not but you gotta admit the person scalping the system is in the wrong in the first place, but still it's illegal to shoot someone. And I'm pretty sure most people probably are like, yeah, finally took down a scalper. But you can kind of see it and see that point of view. I get it, you know. Because scalping is a friggin' really horrible thing, you know. Like, it pisses me off too, you know? Like, me, myself, I would never friggin' do something like that, but I kind of, I'm not gonna think of the shooter as the bad person in that situation. I'm gonna be thinking the scalper. Like, personally, I think it was stupid that he did something like that to get back at the scalper. But, but hell, if someone's willing to do that for it, they can go right ahead, right? But all I can say about that is, like, um, all I can say about that is, like, it is stupid, you know, basically. That's all I can really say about it. Very stupid decision to go and try to shoot a PS5 scalper because, because in my opinion, I don't think a PS5 should be worth jail time for murder. Like, risk is that? Like, I don't get. Why would anyone risk their freedom and their life to friggin' to get a PS5? Like, that's just completely insane right there. It's honestly hard to believe that would even ever happen. Like, how the hell how, like, how, how, sad sad your life would have to be to friggin' actually be willing to risk your life and potential jail time charges for a PS5. Like, that's just really stupid because you could get a PS4 decently cheap anywhere. So that's something that really baffles me and doesn't make sense to me whatsoever. Like, I really wonder how the hell anyone in the right mind would be willing to risk their life and freedom for a PS5. Especially when there's not even especially when there's not even games out for the PS5 yet. Like, all the games that they got out for PS5 are all games that are on PS4 too. And the only one game that you can only play on PS5 would be Cyberpunk 2077 and Spider-Man, I think. Like, and plus Cyberpunk 2077 is also for PS4 consoles, but it is and it isn't because if you have like a CD copy of the game for PS4, then you can play it. But the game is so bugged and glitchy that it's basically impossible to play it on a PS4 because the game's so advancedly graphic. It's I don't get why they did that. It's a game that wasn't meant to be released for PS4 because it because you'll notice, like, now they even took down Cyberpunk off the PlayStation stores on the PlayStation 4. Like, it's a game that wasn't meant to be run on a PS4. Like, it's a game that you basically need gaming PC capabilities to be able to play that game. And obviously PS4s and Xbox Ones don't have those capabilities. So obviously they're not going to be able to run Cyberpunk 2077. I wonder how bad it is on the PS4. Well, actually, you know what? You could probably technically play Cyberpunk 2077 on a PS4 without any issues if you have like a mod menu. Because I've heard a lot about modders actually making mods to fix the game. And that's pretty crazy. Eh? Rarely do you see it. Rarely do you hear about modders using their mods to fix a game. It's usually to break a video game and add stuff that isn't in the game. Not like just random abilities and stuff. Like actual maps that aren't in the game. Like maps that are from a different game franchise. That's usually the only thing you ever see modders doing, but it's quite surprising that there's actually modders making mods to fix video games and not the other around. So yeah, technically you could. That's what I don't get. Why don't they? I don't get though. They could have done that though with the PS4 version of Cyberpunk 2077. If they friggin' just used mod menus for the PS4 Cyberpunk version, they could have just modded the game in general for the PS4 version and re-released it for the PS4. But for some reason, they just took it off the store altogether. So you can't buy it on the PlayStation Store, but if you manage to buy a CD copy or download it off the store before it was taken off, then you can play it. Then you can play it on the PS4. But it's funny. Cyberpunk 2077 was the first game ever that had so many bugs that they actually had to take it off the PlayStation Store. It's pretty insane. Well, they didn't really have to. They could have just basically used modding to fix the game, but for some reason, gaming companies have always been against modding for so long, mainly because of what it does on like Call of Duty Online. I get to hate the kind of modding where they're basically putting God mode on and making their whole team invincible. So you're basically there's no way you can win the match whatsoever. Like I get that kind of modding is bad because like it just ruins the game for everyone, you know. And honestly, I don't get how anyone putting those mods can even have fun winning. I think they're just having fun, basically. They're having fun destroying other people's fun. So I don't agree with that modding online to give yourself God mode to win. Because man, the whole point is the whole point of people not having mods when playing against each other is that's the whole point of the game. The whole point of the game is to use strategy to win. And the whole entertainment purpose is you winning the game and accomplishing something. The modding, but beating someone in a game by giving yourself God mode and unlimited ammo, that is not a win. Like, honestly, I don't think there's any modder who could actually feel like they won the game by beating someone with God mode. Like, and if there is a person on planet Earth that friggin' actually feels like they won when they beat someone with the mod menu, then I think they need to get their head checked. And they're more than likely insane. Because there is absolutely no way, no possibility that a person winning games by modding feels accomplishment for winning. More than likely, it's just they're having fun because other people are getting mad uh, the not being able to play a fair match. Basically, they get joy off ruining other people's fun. Basically, but but in the other case, there's some modding that's good, especially with GT Online, money drops and all that for modders. That is kind of good though in another way because but but dropping money on other people can actually get them banned too. So they take a risk, you know. But it's bad if someone's dropping money on you in the intention of getting banned on GT Online. Yeah, that's a crappy thing to do. And taking and doing stuff like that or screw up your online profile. That it, but if someone's asking for the money drop, then yeah, it would be like that's fine. Because that's the way. It's funny. Like when last time I played Xbox through GTA 5 online and Xbox 360 servers, like there was so many modders. You could it's like literally if you messaged anybody on in the GTA 5 lobby on the 360 and say could I have a money drop, and but like it would take you 5-10 minutes max before someone in the lobby shows up to your character and starts dropping money on them. It's crazy. Like I remember one time uh, when I was trying that, basically messaging everyone in the lobby for a money drop, and then next thing you know, a modder shows up and drops $70 million on my character. Just pretty crazy. Imagine how many shark cards you'd have to buy to get to that amount. And luckily, there's no risk of getting banned for people dropping money on your character on a 360 Xbox 360 server, because the people who monitor that stuff don't monitor Xbox 360 servers. It's completely unmonitored. You could literally do any type of mods you want on GTA 5 online on an Xbox 360 server. You can do anything on there, and you won't get banned. You could spawn Liberty City. You could drop millions of cash on people. Do whatever with your mods, and you'll never get banned. But in another way, though, that is a bad thing, though, because they can use their mods to take your money or just blatantly make it so you can't play the game. So there is bad modders out there too. There's bad and good modders on there. But yeah, that's that's about it. We're at like an hour and 9 minutes, so I'm gonna end off the stream there, and I'll show you the merch thing once again. And remember the link is in the chat, and also the link from my merch is in the description too. So definitely, if you wanna buy some stuff to represent the channel, link is in the description. And I'll show it once again. Yeah, that's the merch right there. And huge shout out to my two moderators, Too Tall Rob and Rage Talk for they always do a great job. So shout out to my moderators and and also Faves on God 420. Shout out to him and my good friends. Yeah, that's about it. Hopefully you enjoyed. You can like, subscribe, merch, buy merch. You can discount referral link to in the description. And you can follow me on Twitter at GingerJohn1, TikTok at GingerPitcher420. And it's the Ginger Pitcher, and I am peacing out.